Justin is a not suitable for work alert. Not suitable for work warning.
Put the kids to bed.
Put the kids to bed. Put them to bed. Put the earmuffs on them in bed, and then lock the door in it, and then cover their bedroom in sound insulating foam.
Tie a string to a bell and put the bell near you and tell them to pull the string if they need you, because they don't need to be up wandering.
You will
around
not hear
for
them
this.
through that foam, I guarantee it. We're playing South Park Stick of Truth. Is a dirty game, and there are going to be bad things that happen in it, and so I guess just be careful where you're watching it. I can't control it. I don't know what I'm going to see, what I'm going to hear, what's going to happen. I might see a butt. I've seen a couple wieners. Just be careful. Justin, you're playing this game for review. Heads up, I'm not very far in it. I just haven't had the time to dip super deep into it. It's an Obsidian-made role-playing game, so like there's a lot to see and do. This is an early slice, early sliver.
So right now, you're trying. Let me catch people up, right?
Okay.
So while you play, you are the new kid in town, and you're trying to. You get embroiled in a sort of Dungeons and Dragons style fantasy game.
A LARP.
A LARP.
A LARP.
Let's call it what it is. A lark of a LARP, where Eric Cartman has styled himself the Grand Wizard of the KKK, which I believe is the Koopa Keep Kingdom.
Great.
Yeah, excellent. So he has enlisted you to gather up his most powerful warriors to retrieve the Stick of Truth, which is an item of ultimate power. And it was stolen by the elves.
You're going to have to move faster because I'm about to battle these meth dealers, I think. Yeah.
So talk about what you're doing as you're doing it, Griff.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that is what we do here usually. I have a summon item, but it's Mr. Slave.
Do it.
Okay, but I think it might be a little ribbled because
drop the bomb on that guy right now. South Park, we told them to put the kids to bed.
Is it like, I don't know.
Griffin, just see how it goes. Come on, this is.
I don't want it to be like. I don't want this to be like I condone whatever.
It's not that bad. Just hit it.
Okay, so this is a special summon. Oh Christ.
Yep.
That was the most horrifying thing I've ever. I can't believe that we just. Okay. Well, I mean, it made that battle go really fast.
Now you can only do that once per day. The game is split into 3.
Why would I want to do it ever again? Once per life.
The game is split into 3 days. You can only do that once per day. You got to go back to Mr. Slave tomorrow and get his.
Yeah, we'll see about that. That was pretty upsetting. So yeah, true to Obsidian form. There's a lot of stuff to find. You can loot people and get 10 cents off of them. Terrific. And there's also a lot of environmental exploration stuff where you can find potions.
A neat sort of layer to this game that sort of separates it is environmental puzzles, where you kind of have to use your abilities. See, Griffin just used a very basic, but see, he's got the ability there to you can shoot things in the environment with that. Later on, you get different abilities like an anal probe that lets you teleport around.
That's fantastic, is what that is, Justin.
I've been desensitized. I think I've played this game so long that like these things no longer strike me as odd.
It's got that. I mean, I guess that's sort of the biggest. Ooh, that's not bad. The biggest thing about it is that it does have that South Park sense of humor, which I don't know about you. For me, it's always been sort of hit or miss. It not only references a lot of South Park stuff, it's sort of. Oh, well, that's the quest item I needed. It's not just South Park jokes. It's sort of all of the Trey Parker, Matt Stone universe. There's a new item, too. There's a lot of... I've heard a few jokes from Team America World Police, a few of the hit songs from that. I think what's really amazing, though, is how well... It's probably one of the best, like, most accurate adaptations of, like, a non-game franchise. Because, like, I mean, God, look at it. Like, you really do feel like you are a part of the South Park world. And that's not, like, really a world that I ever thought I would want to, explore. But I don't know, it's super fascinating how well they've done it. Like, no other adaptation of, like, a show or movie or whatever, I think, has ever come this close to making it feel like an interactive version of the thing that it is.
And it's interesting because you're oh, that's nice, Griffin.
Well, he was
a homeless person.
Well, he's coming at me.
Because the characters are simple, because they're animated in that South Park style. It actually like looks more like you. You're able to make like it's sort of like that me effect of being able to create a pretty convincing. So you have two different basic combat abilities. You have melee weapon and you have a long range weapon.
Right.
That you can use. Each one requires some sort of timing on the attack.
It's got that sort of Super Mario Brothers RPG sort of. I don't know if they were the ones that pioneered that idea, but the reflex based combat. So whenever I have the little flash there, I have to hit him in time. Wow, that did not do much damage. No. So like it's a relatively simple. The combat is a relatively simple in theory system, right? You have your main attack, which can be like a special ability that you use, or your attack, or you have these secondary things like you can use an item or a support ability and then do your main attack. But there's a lot of things to keep in mind in terms of like you can see right above that the enemy's health bar, they have 20 armor, which means if I don't do an attack that does more than 20 damage, then it's going to it's not going to do much damage at all. Let's see if I can.
Right.
Yeah, that hurt.
Now, Butters has a heavy attack, and heavy attacks ignore armor, so you can do damage to him that way. You have a special ability that I think will melt his armor.
I don't actually have it. It doesn't melt his armor, but it will apply like a special burning effect on him. But this one can do a lot of very small attacks, which is helpful for like enemies with shields. Shields will block a certain number of attacks, so it makes sense to try and...
Oh, that's right. You actually are right. As you level up, you can upgrade those abilities.
Right.
One of the upgrades is that it melts armor. So that's something that I had later in the game. Hence me getting confused. Hey, there you go. Oh, now he's pissed. That's bad.
What is that, like a taunt?
It's sort of like a taunt, but it also keeps him from doing special abilities. He will only attack the person he's pissed at.
That's handy. I'm going to do that. I don't think I can... I'm a mage. So when you start out the game, you sort of choose your archetype, and I chose mage because that's almost always how I roll, which means I have a lot of special abilities, but I'm not especially strong. The other options are fighter, thief, and Jew. And I just... I didn't want to play through the game like that just because...
A lot of anti-Semitism.
Yeah, and I also didn't know what kind of character it was.
Yeah, yeah. Whoa, so he's regenerating his health, right?
Yeah,
you may not be able to hang with this guy.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Yeah, you might want to do a heavy attack here to try to get past his armor.
I'm telling you, I don't think I'm... Well, I guess I can still hurt him a little bit.
Did you use your heavy attack?
I did.
Butters has a shock ability. Did you try that?
I don't think he has enough PP.
Yeah. Oh, you messed that up, huh?
Well, come on. I'm talking and playing at the same time. We've talked
That's
about
fair.
this.
Oh, you almost got him, Griffin. I'm really pulling for you here. He is actually not doing that much to you. I guess because he's mad at Butters. But
well, also, you can time out the...
When that little shield appears, Griffin has to tap A. If he does it right when the shield appears, then he's able to block some of the damage. Not all of it, but some of it. You should have gotten more XP for that. That was a hard fight.
Yeah, I'm not getting very much at all. I'm playing on normal difficulty. I imagine that has something to do with it. So we can talk about some of the character customization stuff, but first let me peep this. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff.
The thing that I like about it is that being a mage or a fighter or whatever you pick only changes your abilities, but like you can still effectively use weapons or whatever.
Yeah.
There's not like a traditional stats in terms of like strength or whatever.
I really like the how every item you find has it visually changes how you look, which is a really nice touch. I always like that in RPGs, and in this like game, like it's in this game, it's occasionally pretty funny. Can
you show equipment patches? Do you have any of those you can apply?
I don't know. Let me check. Let me just do some quick.
Sure. Gonna get looking real nice.
I can't equip any of these items. Where are the patches?
So that's go to your inventory and then hit X when you're hovering over. Yeah. That little pentagram. So you don't have any of those. Maybe there's weapon strap-ons and equipment patches.
Oh, that's right. And they have to fit into the right slot. Yeah, I don't think.
Check your equipment, and you might have check one of those.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. So now you can check
Oh,
that
but
out.
I have to be level 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you need to get some more of those, I think.
We can also show off. So there's a in-game friends list. This is one of the weirder systems, but I actually kind of like it. Whenever you meet certain characters in the game, like I met Al Gore earlier, they will become Facebook friends with you. Sometimes you have to complete a little quest or something that before they'll do it. Sometimes you have to have a certain number of friends before you're popular enough to become friends with somebody, which is interesting. And once you have where are they? Perks. Once you have enough friends, you can see I need 5 more friends before I can unlock a new perk. This is like full-blown Obsidian, like very Fallout-esque stuff. So I've picked up a couple that let me... I'm really good at setting people on fire, so I have this one which lets me inflict more damage to enemies that are on fire. And then, yeah, like Justin said, when I level up, I can unlock a new perk, or unlock a new level of a perk. So you can see I've upgraded Dragon's Breath once already. But yeah, that's sort of the main progression system. You also have a lot of options whenever you're creating your character at the beginning, and you can try and make them look like you as much as you can, which I've done here, and I think I did a pretty good job of it.
So you were just getting some coffee for Tweak, so he would join in the fight because he works at his parents' coffee shop.
Right. Let's see if I can get up there. Can you talk about some of the later? I mean, because I've only had a couple hours to put into it, so I'm not super far. But you mentioned there's a system of what are basically dragon shouts.
Basically dragon shouts, except they are farts. There are 4 different farts that you use.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Instead of a shout, it's like a fart from your butt.
Like a fart from your. It's a shout. It's a butt shout. There are 4 different kinds, and you can use them in battle, and it uses mana.
I love the way you say that word, by the way.
Thank you. You can't get that now. Don't waste your time. The interesting thing about it is that you can also use them in the environment, and sometimes you have to use a certain kind of magic to get past a certain point. Other times, you can use certain types of magic to avoid enemy encounters altogether. If you have like an open flame near an enemy, you could use your fart that you fart into your hand, in your cupped hand, and then throw it at someone. And you can use that to ignite an enemy.
So by doing this, am I going to unlock him as a new character for my team?
No, he won't be your buddy. He'll go back to Cartman and join the squad there.
Oh, but I do have him as a Facebook friend, which is moving me closer to getting a new perk. The game does a really great job of incentivizing like exploration. It really wants you to look everywhere because, I mean, you can find... I feel like this is such an Obsidian thing, like finding treasure that is worth not very much, but you just do it over and over and over again, and that is sort of how you accrue...
There's also a lot of stuff. There's all the customizability. There's the equipment. There's equipment patches. There's one-off items like that.
There are collectibles like the Chin Pokemon. Which
Chin
I don't.
Pokemon,
do they have any like sort of special effect or?
If you get all 30 of them, something happens. I don't know. I haven't been able to find all 30, but
but also just talking to people. It's not just like looking around finding items. You have to talk to people in order to make them your Facebook friends. Here's Al Gore, who wants me to hunt down Man Bear Pig. It's almost like a comprehensive, like every goof that South Park has ever done.
But you don't have to know it, I think, to appreciate it. I mean, like a lot of people, I watched South Park a lot in the first few years, and then kind of like
fell off
as time went on. But you can't get into Canada yet, which is problematic. But
what's up in Canada?
Oh, Canada is... I don't want to spoil it. Canada's a whole... Canada's great. You can get a hint of... Okay, so let's do this just for kicks.
Okay.
Just for laughs. Do you have the fat... There you go. Get that one. Use that and call Timmy.
Okay.
And go as far right as you can. You'll get a hint of... Yeah, choose the one at the U store there up at the top right.
Right here?
Yeah. So you can get a look at Canada, and you'll get an idea of what Canada will look like when you actually travel to it. But here's the thing: you're gonna have to be careful.
What am I doing? I see. I got you.
No, well, no, this is wrong. But
oh, okay.
I mean, you could go up there later if you want. You will need to do that, but go right. Go as far right as you can. There's an area called the Lost Woods, and stop. Go north right there. There's an area called the Lost Woods, and sort of an homage to Zelda and stuff. I guess you can't get there yet. Crap, because you need to be able to fart on them. You have to be able to fart on the rats, basically. That's what I'm saying to you.
Okay.
You can, however, go ahead up there as your instincts told you to do.
I'm gonna have to fight these boys though.
Canada has a has a retro game vibe to it. That's all I'll say.
Am I doing anything right now?
Yeah, if you shoot an enemy, this is another one of those interesting layers. If you shoot an enemy with your bow and then enter combat with them, then they'll start out stunned.
If I shoot this boy 100 times,
all you're doing is hurting his emotions right now. You're hurting his feelings. Now, if you go whack him with your electric stick, he'll start. As you can see, he'll lose the first turn because he's stunned.
Let's set him on fire.
Yeah, seems great.
These little boys don't like the fire that I do to them. It's a very upsetting game. Do you think that it's gonna be? I don't know. I've seen games be less offensive and stir up more controversy in the mainstream news cycle than this. It seems like, I don't know if the Mass Effect sex scenes warranted.
I mean, I kind of feel like South Park has somehow managed to carve out this area for itself where it's allowed to kind of do whatever it wants to, and people are just bored with being offended by South Park. The people who get offended at media professionally,
maybe,
have sort of learned that this is a losing battle for them.
That's a television show, and this is a video game, which everybody knows are exclusively for kids. So this is
yeah. Well, that's a problem. One of the main problems is that video games are just for kids.
Yeah.
In the second half in much the same way as the South Park episode, things start kind of where are you going?
I don't know. What do you want me to do?
No, go back down that ladder. You're so close.
This one?
To doing something actually worthwhile and productive. Yes. Things start out kind of banal, I guess, for lack of a better term, and then they spiral out of control. And the second half of the game has some of the most mature content that I've ever seen in a video game. It's kind of nuts.
I know we ran a story today about some of the probing scene, which had been censored in Europe.
Oh God, really? They censored that because it gets very ribald. It gets far more ribald than that.
Is there okay, I'm always really worried to open a door because, no kidding, 50% of the time whenever you open a door in this place, you're going to see some sort of sexual act being performed. I've seen man on horse love. I've seen man self-pleasure. I've walked, even saying that out loud made me feel weird. Is there anything in here?
Nah, you're done here. You can come back here later when you get some more keys, but right now you don't have anything.
Phenomenal.
So you want to go back to go back over. You're almost at Token's house.
Right. Let me go check that out. Here we go. Yeah. I really can see this. I really do think this game's gonna cause a stink. If only because you're killing
the farts.
Oh, great. Well, also because you're killing kids. You're not exactly killing kids. It definitely still plays into that LARPing idea where you are definitely beating up kids, but you're not actually attacking them with a sword.
They're playing dead, which is proven by the fact that after you win in a fight, you can hit the kid with your weapon and he'll go, ow. So he's playing dead basically, which is cute.
Oh, this is fun. So in order to beat this quest, I have to get some way of protecting myself from pepper spray. And in my Facebook feed, I find out exactly where I need to go to do that. Although I don't know where I can find Jimbo's guns. Can you talk a bit about some of the technical issues you've run into? Because I have heard from a few people who played the game for review that they ran into some pretty rough stuff.
Yeah, so there's some hinkiness for sure. I had an issue where attempted to save my game, and the game froze, and when I tried to load it again, nothing would load. What I eventually figured out is that I had to delete a couple of like empty save files that it had created, and after I did that, I was able to load normally.
Oh, here we go. I've also seen some stuff. What platform did you play it on?
I played it on the PC.
Okay, I'm playing on PC right now. I actually saw a video of it running on PS3, and it's pretty stuttery, which is not great. But I haven't run into anything too bad. Of course, I've only been playing for a couple hours, so even if
what are you playing on PC?
South Park?
Mm-hmm. No, another game. You're playing on PC, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need a gas mask, right? Oh, here we go. I win. That was
Great.
easy. That was an easy enough quest. Well, Juice, do you have anything else you want to talk about vis-a-vis South Park?
I actually just really like this game. I just enjoy watching you play it.
It's surprisingly.
Did you go into City Walk?
No, should
Hey,
I?
there's a kindergartner.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm trying to find these.
I couldn't decide where to hide.
Cute, so cute.
I like it.
There's a fun quest, and a really surprising amount of the city itself is interactive. Almost every building you can go into, even if there's not a point to going into it.
Oh, almost all of it, and it's almost it's a good RPG. Like, there are really nice RPG mechanics, but it does some very like non-RPG stuff. In the sake of like that South Park humor. Like, there's a bank that I found, and I went up to the teller and I was like, "Do you want to invest $15 with us, and we'll maximize your investment?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so I give him $15, which is basically all I had. And they said, "Okay, we're just gonna invest this in our portfolios and look up some promising offers," and it's gone. And then I just didn't have that $15 anymore. It was just gone.
Did you talk to that? Okay.
Only thing we're serving today is a Mongolian beef.
This is a harmless characterization.
Oh, hello, Mongolian. Did Mongolian think this neighborhood not a safe place? They move away. Go, beat up.
Is this a plot of an episode?
Not again. I'm kind of a lapsed fan. I don't.
I did it for you, huh?
I
Oh God. Okay. I think that we should probably wrap it up. It's a better game than I thought it would be, just because it is a licensed game at its core. I know that the creators were involved, and I know that the creators of the show were very involved with it, and I know that Obsidian, they have a lot of lineage in this particular genre, but I still wasn't expecting very much from it, especially after all of these sort of the delays that the game went through. My hopes were not especially high, but I've been enjoying it. What little time I've spent with it.
Yeah, it's worth sticking with, if only to see how crazy things get in the second half, because things get a little ribbled.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this was informative. Come on, here we go. We will be back later this week with more of these vids. Oh, that sucked. So stick around, and we'll have more for you soon. Thanks, Justin, for being here.
Are you going to triumphantly win this fight to close out the video?
Maybe. I can't. He's reposting, and I don't have anything I can hit him with on this turn.
That is a weird thing about this game, is you can't skip attacks.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have to attack him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's no way
Oh,
to
no, I
skip.
can examine him, right? Oh, no, that doesn't take
No.
up the turn. Well, cool.
Okay.
I guess I'm just going to take this damage.
Yep,
Great.
that's how we do.
And he's dead. All right, so thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see y'all again real soon. Bye.